Yo, 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 what's good, everybody, man? Monday. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Obviously, this weekend we had the Bulls documentary, which I am going to talk with my guy here, man. First off, for starters, let me explain something to y'all. So, y'all know my homie T Hall, right? So, T Hall tells me that this is producer, bro. He's cold, bro. You need to listen to him, bro. And I was like, okay. So, I cut it on, and man, like, just crazy. Like I was like, man, is this like J Dill's like night? It's like night one to J Dill's like everybody all in one, man. This dude here is cold, and like I started seeing more of his stuff. His social media. Shout out to Spice Adams. Shout out to everybody that started pushing this stuff out there, man. But man, I'm gonna let this guy introduce himself, man. So tell everybody who you are, man.
What's going on, good people? My name is E. Jones. I am 1/7 of the Soul Council, which is the production team for Jamla Records, which is started by Ninth Wonder, ran by Cash. Cash don't make beats. This was also the uh, another member of the Soul Council. I'm also the director A&R of Jamla Records. So,
Man, that's dope, bro. Like you got so many titles, man. It's like you stay on the grind, and I see you're involved with music and different things of the nature that we're gonna talk about today. Because it's not just music for you, man. Like you love sneakers, you love games, you love all kind of stuff, man. So you're in that same class as all of us, man. So before we get into like all that stuff, I just want to know from you personally, and this is gonna be the starting question I always have: what made you get into music?
um, PK, man, and grew up in church, grew up around musicians. Um, Always had a love for music, and then when I got introduced to hip hop and learn about samples and stuff like that, and it just gravitated to me. So I actually taught myself how to play the piano when I was 8. My parents used to always just buy me keyboards and stuff for Christmas. So I would just sit in my room and like just play CDs that I used to get off of like the Columbia House. Get like 10 for like 1 cent.
Yeah,
So I used to get those. I used to sit in the room, play those, and just play by ear. So that's how I got started playing the piano. And then once I got to college, one of my homeboys used to produce for, or just like used to produce under Swiss Beats, and he had a MPC. I used to go over there and like when I came home from college, just go over there, make beats, learn how to make beats, and then I just gravitated to the software. I got introduced to Fruity Loops while I was in school. Then I got introduced to Reason, and I stuck with that.
man,
Yeah.
man, that's just dope, man. Because like a lot of people don't realize when it comes to hip hop and just R&B, it always starts off in the church, right? It's kind of crazy how, man, and especially for a guy like me that's from Texas, like the Southern Baptist thing, how it works, and yeah, man, like music is a big deal. So I guess involvement into music. Obviously, you said you were able to pick up CDs from Columbia House, like the 10 for 1 cent or whatever. Who were some music inspirations for you, man? Like who were some artists or like producers or people that you got into early?
The producers that pretty much shaped me, I would say, is Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. The Bad Boy Hitmen, definitely. I was like it for me because they were like that was like my samples on top of like instrumentation they were playing as well. So that's what got me. So Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, the Hitmen, Preem. Later on, like as I got older, definitely Dilla.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then just Blaze.
Yeah, man. For me, like I'm not like in the music like for as like making music, but I love music. And like Jay Dilla, every time I go to a game, I always listen to Donuts. Like that's one of my favorite, even though it's no vocals on there per se. I love listening to Donuts, man. Like Jay Dilla, people don't realize his percussion is just like I still to this day like one of my favorite albums was Busta Rhymes The Shining or Still Shining, the album The Coming. I'm sorry, The Coming.
Okay.
And Jay Dilla did a lot of work on that album. So yeah, shout out to Jay Dilla, man. Like one of my favorite producers ever.
That's my
So
guy.
man, rest in peace to Jay Dilla, by the way, too. So obviously you spoke on Jamla Records, man. You do a lot for Jamla Records. So can you talk about the brand and like obviously you got some great headlining artists over there, obviously, but can you just talk about the brand and everything?
Um, we are ran like a college basketball team.
Wow.
So pretty much just We have a game plan. We set the game plan. We practice. If you don't follow the game plan, you just don't need to be here. That's what it is. It's like
Yeah.
we deal with people who could be taught life
Mhm.
lessons. People we consider ourselves family. We eat together, pray together. Like we do all those things together to the point where we just make great music. So
Man.
everything we run is just a well-running oil machine. And of course, the way we started, House, like we just went with the no limit method of just
Yeah.
putting out records, like every single record we could. So it was a Remo record, like when we first started out, then the Sky Zoo record, and then Act Proof, and then the Away Team, and it was like every week, every other week, or like every other month. And then the videos came behind it, and that's how we built our brand, and it paid off to the point where as you see Rhapsody now, she's part of
Mhm.
Rock Nation, and she's put out 2 critically acclaimed projects over there.
Yeah, man, and shout out to Rhapsody, man. Like I said, when it comes to like making music, I think there's an art to it, man. And you guys have a distinct sound, each one of you. And that just brings me to my next thing, the Soul Council, like it's 70 y'all. Like I just think it's crazy. Like I never would have thought in my right mind that it would be actually like a group of like producers that could do that, like and pull it off and be different. Because like a lot of times, what happens when you're a part like of a group, everybody starts to sound the same. But man, like for the most part, I can tell when you make one, or like hey, you and another guy make, like I can tell there's an authentic sound to you. Like I can tell where you going to. Like there are sometimes, man, like I think there's a couple songs I was listening to. I think I was going at TR's house and like I didn't know what sample, what it was. I could not figure it out. Like I usually got an eye for those kind of things. And like I sat there for like 30 minutes upset. And I was like, bro, I don't know where this came from. He's like, bro, listen. And he said, you gotta understand, E. Jones is just a different level, bro. Like he's not just like most guys that'll take something and just use it. He actually puts more thought into it. So can you talk about the Soul Council, man, and like that team, man? Because like you said, it is like a college basketball team, but it's like not a starting five, but it's 7 of y'all. Y'all got 2 6-man of the year. You got everything, man.
Yeah, dealing with us, it's 7 of us.
Yeah.
Was Eric G, me, Ninth, Cash, Crisis, let's see, Knots, and I believe I'm leaving out Ant.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely all have different types of styles. Knots is pretty much the alien out of all of us, him and Crisis.
Yeah.
I think it's just cool that we have Knots on the team just due to the fact of, the accolades that he has.
Mm-hmm.
And like he's just like arguably just one of the most down to earth people that, I've ever met or just know. He just chills in Virginia and just makes music all day. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, man, we're just a band of brothers that just, when there's a project, we all, we have a game plan. We all talk about it. We all get with the artist to pretty much see like, okay, what do you want this project to sound like? And then from there, we'll kind of like put together like a collection of songs of what it should sound like or what it may sound like, or what color it should be, and then go from there. And, and it's also not a situation of like, let's say if a project is kind of like, is pretty much like one producer like pretty much oversees everyone on a project, meaning like it may have more joints. It's there's no ego regarding that or nothing, man. It's like you're killing this, so go ahead. It's like look, you take the bulk of that, and that's cool. It's all about team. It's really all about team.
Man, that's dope, man. So other than that, man, like one question I did want to ask you, because like obviously I've had a chance to like interview Ninth and stuff, and Ninth is like a perfectionist to me in a way. Like all you guys have this thing about being perfection, being prompt on time, doing things. How is it to work with a guy like that have obviously worked with guys like Jay, has a lot of, cloud per se. How is it to work with a guy like that, man? Like I'm pretty sure it's like a more of a like I'm learning from this guy, but you guys like to compete in a certain kind of way as well. But can you talk about that?
dealing with Knife was like that's literally like just a big brother. So in a sense, whether it's life lessons, whether it's music, whether it's sports or anything, you watch that blueprint that he put together, and then you just try to either emulate that or make something of your own, or take those teachings that you get from him and apply them to your life. Um, so working with him, man, has just been it's it's eye opening all the time because mainly for the fact that he's a historian.
Mhm.
So you know, not only are you learning something, he's going to pull something from like you know history that's going
Out of
to
nowhere. Yeah.
that's going to apply to everything in life, man. So he's he's a fucking wizard. I'm sorry, can I curse?
No, no, you good. No, you good, brother.
He's a wizard, man. So it's like dealing with him is it's just fun to be around, man. Real caring person, like, and just you couldn't ask for a better, whether like a better mentor, big brother, friend, or whatever, because it's like he has that business sense also where he's not going to steer you wrong. So it may not work, but if it does, it's like we're all in this together to where it all works out in the end. So
Man, and that's dope, man. So like in history of like music producer, there's guys like Quincy Jones, you got John Sebastian, guys that I look at of that nature beyond just hip hop. Is there anybody that you wish that you had an opportunity, like if you could walk into a studio and they're there just to get a peace of mind from, or anybody of that nature that you would love to see?
Herbie Hancock, I think
Wow.
he's one of those people that I definitely want to meet. Quincy Jones is definitely one of those people that I would like to pick their brain. Who wouldn't? Um, Definitely just those elder gods or elder statesmen that kind of like shifted culture or whatever they did. So I know when I met Jimmy Jam, this was a long time ago. We were in LA working on a Murs record,
Wow.
and Knife got a call to go see Jimmy Jam.
Oh my God. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis is legendary, bro.
Oh, so we got in the car and like this is like literally like the middle of the night, and we went over to his studio, but he was on his way out. So literally, we sat there and talked to him for about a good 5 to 10 minutes, and then he was gone. But man, for me, I don't get starstruck as much, but like when you see people like that kind of like shaped your palette of music, it's like I was standing in the corner like Malcolm X when he walked in.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Just sitting there, arms folded, man. It was crazy.
Man, and that's crazy, man. Because in my world, like there's not a lot of guys that I look up to for as like how I interview athletes and cover sports. But then when I get a chance to interview the athletes, like I tell people all the time, it's sort of surreal for me sometimes. Like I could be sitting there and LeBron James is right there, right? Like I've met Michael Jordan. I've interviewed like some of the biggest football players ever. And I sit there sometimes and I forget. Because a lot of these guys I look at on TV and I forget that these are normal human beings. But like you said, you just sit in the corner and watch guys. And I think that's dope, man. So like far as artists go, and I love asking this, especially to producers and stuff. If you could take any legendary artist, and I'm going to exclude one, I'm going to take Michael Jackson off this list because I think that's an easy one for a lot of people. But if there's a legendary artist that you could work with, like let's just say you get the phone call. Of course, they don't have to be alive, rest in peace. But if they are alive, you get the phone call. They say, "Hey, we need you in the studio now. We're coming to get you." Is there a particular artist that at the stop of a dime? I mean, there's a lot of them. Is there one particular one that you would be like, okay, I really need to come with it?
I mean, the obvious ones would probably be Prince.
Oh my God. Yeah.
The other ones would probably be like I have odd ones. Like,
oh, go ahead.
For me, I want to do a full album with Joe. Like, that's just one of my bucket list type of ordeals where I actually get in the studio with Joe. Joe's one of my favorite singers. Like, wow. And I feel like we make something dope.
Man. And I think that's pretty cool, man, because like I listen to everything. So like I'm pretty sure you do too. So it's not like I'm stuck on R&B, hip hop, or certain genres. Like I like Jamiroquai. Like a lot of people don't even like know Jamiroquai. Like people really laugh at me because like they're like, dude, you know a lot about music for a guy that covers sports, but I love music too. So
You
I
gotta
grew up
have
around it.
range, man. Like when you grow up and just listen to music all the time, like I used to listen to like 60s music. Like my grandparents used to my grandmother used to do the QVC
Oh my god.
all the time, and she got like a collection, like a box set of like from the 60s to the 80s. And I would just sit in the garage and just listen to all that. So I'm listening to like Mamas and the Papas and all stuff like that, and just like just sitting there and soaking it all in, man.
So for the younger generation, there's people in the comments on like YouTube and stuff that are asking for the younger generation, how important is the history of music? Because a lot of times it gets lost in translation. A lot of guys, there are a lot of people that listen to music, they seem to forget the history of music or learning the history. Instead of just listening to sounds, they don't understand the history of how the songs were made or different things like that, instruments that were used, different kind of things. How important is that for you as a producer or just anybody that wants to be a producer? How important is that?
If you're trying to get into this game, you have to know the history.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how long it takes you to learn it or what you get from it or even what you kind of like gravitate to. You just have to learn and know something. Especially if you feel so strongly about a certain topic and you don't know the history of it, because people will check you. It's just something that you need to know, and then it's just knowing where things came from. Music is a thing that comes in 20-year intervals, so everything has been recycled, everything has been done. It's just how it presents itself and like when it's its time back up. So knowing these records, knowing these old records, knowing where some of these samples came from, just knowing like certain musicians on albums or like bass players or piano players, like that's very important because at the end of the day, if you're sampling someone, if it has to get cleared or something like that, or you probably want to know, okay, you might want a relationship with that old that old artist from back in the day, or it could take you down a wormhole of like where of just other things that you just don't know about. So the history is definitely important, and that's with everything in life too.
All right, so obviously right now with the quarantine and things that's crazy going on right now, what's next, man, for E. Jones? What's next, man? Because I think we all just sitting here, we waiting, man. We all thirsting over here right now. So what's next, bro? Like we gotta give us something.
I usually do the desktop series in June, so I felt like I'll just go ahead and just put it out in June. So it'll be out around the third or fourth week of June. I'm also working with a project. I'm working on a project with a kid named Will Jordan out of Tacoma, Washington. Okay. He's a singer, and we got about 8 songs, and we're just gonna go ahead and just seal it up and put it out.
Man, that's dope. Yeah, I like what you do with the desktop. You put like different sneakers on there, which we about to talk about sneakers. Yeah, and I think that's dope how you put the two together because people don't realize that sneakers and hip hop kind of like are tied in forever for each other. So I'm gonna ask you off the bat then, man. So what's your favorite sneaker of all time? If you could pick one silhouette. I think I already know though, but
okay, tell me.
Okay, so I'm just going, I think the Jordan 1 is up there for sure. Yeah. I think Jordan 1 maybe because like it's just something about the Jordan 1, like I don't care, like I understand the hype around it, but you really like the Jordan 1. Like there's people that just like certain color. I think you just like the Jordan 1 in general. Like everything about it. So I would say if I could pick a colorway for the Jordan 1, I would probably go Chicago.
Yeah.
Chicago. Probably Chicago. Yeah, Jordan 1 for sure.
Yeah, but very well Chicago.
So if you could take like outside of the Jordan 1, do you have like a top 5 like silhouettes like that you like? Because like a lot of people I've asked, they bring up the Jordan 3, the Air Max 90, 95, Air Force 1 for some of people who like Air Force 1s. You may even like Adidas like silhouettes. Is there particular like silhouettes that you like?
Air Max 90 definitely, especially as I get older. Like dealing with Jordans, you can't be wearing Jordans all the time, man. Just heavy leather is just you gotta take care of our feet nowadays, bro. So Air Maxes is definitely a thing now for me. Air Max 90s. Also, I like the silhouette of the Kobe 9, the one where he tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
I just like that because it was just totally different from anything that we've seen. And then, Jordan 3 and the Jordan 6.
Man, yeah. Jordan 6 is very slept on. There are a lot of people out here that don't give Jordan 6 a lot of love, but I love the Carmines. So definitely one of my favorite shoes. So obviously pickups. Obviously with the quarantine right now, it's kind of hard to pick up anything. But I think I kind of know what your last pick. Obviously my last pick, because I've been slacking, was this shoe here. you know about this already. But what was your last pickup, man? Was it this one, or what was your last pickup?
Let me see. Are we counting last night?
Oh, so you got the 5? You got the 5?
Yeah.
Bro, let me tell you what happened, bro. So I'm sitting so I swear to God, this is how hyped I am about this whole documentary. I sat in a lobby on Zoom with like a watch party and watched it on TV. We all just sat there and watched. There's about 20 of us, bro. And I looked at my phone because I had it. Yeah, bro, I looked at my phone. I just put my head down. Like, you know me, bro. When something come out, I send you a message out of nowhere. Like, hey, bro, if you need it, like, yeah, we make it work out some. But, bro, I missed out. But the Fire Red 5. So I guess the Fire Red 5 is your last pickup.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Man.
Yeah, I'm prepared. I'm prepared next week.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. I was just like, and we were waiting on this. I knew, like, usually we don't have basketball, and it kind of pan the releases towards like certain games or certain series or whatever. It's now they'll like drop a shoe. We ain't got none of that right now. Bro. So it's like only thing we got is this MJ Doc. They're gonna do something, and lo and behold, they did that. So,
yeah, I got a feeling that Jordan 8. I got a feeling that Jordan 8 is coming. Playoff 8.
While we're getting this documentary.
Yeah, I think that's next. I got an odd fit. It's either that or the 11, because like they got to do something. So I wonder. I know they're gonna do. I already know the last one is gonna be the last shot. That's gonna be the whole. That's gonna be the whole thing. I know that's coming. Now that I'm prepared for every documentary that I know is gonna be a sneaker dropping. Because look, I was up there on Twitter. I was like, man, ain't nothing finna drop, bro. Sneakers ain't finna do nothing right now, bro. I looked at my phone. I was devastated. But is there any particular Jordan that you want to see, like a certain like colorway that we ain't seen in a while? I got one.
Which one are you thinking about?
So I would say maybe not in the latest variation of the 11, how they do the patent leather a little bit higher, but I'd rather take the Cool Gray 11, the high. I want a Cool Gray 11 high. It's time. It's about time. I mean, we had a low and we haven't had a high. So I think a Cool Gray 11 high. We need a pack. We need like a DMP pack. Like, I know they just dropped the 6, but we really need like I would like for them to do the Chicago one, or the bread one, I'm sorry. The bread one or the band one, or whatever you want to call it. The band one and the Celtic one. We need another pack like that. Maybe bring a pack like that out. Because I still got that pack too. So like, we need that pack.
I missed out on all the DMP packs. So for me getting these 6s, I got the 6s on Saturday. So I was excited about that. I would like to see. We're pretty much in the 4. Like, they pretty much did all the 4 so far. I don't know, man. It's tough. But like, what else could we get? Because I mean, looking at what's coming out, what's releasing this year, I know they won't push anything up, but what would they throw out of the blue?
I would say this: if they want to be like non-traditional, like OG colorway, but like that second part of that colorway is coming back out, like in the early 2000s, give us the Olive 5. Remember the Olive 5, like the green 5?
Yeah,
something like that. The Fear 4, like something like that. That like a lot of them colorways are gonna be like slept on, because like people don't realize. Like, I remember when the Olive 5s and the Maroon 5s came out, they set. I remember going to a mall out here in Texas and they set. So like, yeah, I would like to see something like that. Man, because they really can't, like, you've already had the black cement 3s. I mean, I guess you could re-release them. Maybe what I would do is this. It's probably too late now, obviously, for production reasons, but I would have did something special for this documentary with the shoes. Like, maybe put a gold, like, hey, docu-series on the Last Dance on the shoe.
Yeah.
Like a lasering imprint. Like, even if you did, you know what? They could do a laser 3. Do a laser 3, have the Last Dance kind of thing on there, a laser 14 with all the the Last Dance kind of like stuff in like the quotes or like just moments from that last year. So yeah, because like I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. Like outside of Jordans, I'm gonna say right now one of my favorite shoes. I'm glad they re-retro now is the LeBron 7. I love the LeBron 7.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one.
The LeBron 7, like I hope they do right and give us. I know a lot of my dudes that are like collectors as well. They got the hardwood classic packs, so like they got the Deion Sanders joints, they got the heroes like the Penny Hardaway joint, they got the Cavs, whatever. They got all the crazy exclusive ones, and I would love for them to do those, like because I missed out obviously on those, and maybe give us the LeBron 8 like a South Beach or something like that. But I'm happy that Air Max did their thing with the camel joint. Like that was crazy. I didn't think they were gonna do that.
I'm glad I got that one, man. I'm super glad I got that one.
Dude, when I tell you I got the call and like I had to look twice because I was thinking like, is that real? Like I'm thinking like when I was told by the person that we know, I'm thinking like, did you get that off of StockX, like the original? And you trying to sell to me? He's like, nah, bro, they releasing these. I'm like, oh, okay. And man, that was crazy. So let's just say this. E. Jones gets a sneaker collab. You know, big thing about hip hop is this: hip hop has a gracious opportunity of getting sneaker collabs. I mean, 2 Chainz, Pusha, all kind of guys have sneakers, right? If E. Jones gets his own collab, what would be the shoe and what would it be inspired by?
It would definitely be a 1.
Okay.
It'll either be a 1 or a 3.
Okay.
It'll be inspired by. I think I would try to include Jersey in there somewhere because that's
shout out to Jersey.
So, but it would probably be either something dealing with Jersey or just like my production team, Soul Council.
Man, I think that'd be dope. Like you could throw your own like maybe like pieces of like a record or something on there, like something like on the laces, something that you can throw in there, man, to kind of like an insole, like your dead stock, like your album covers, like that would be like a part of the insole, like the box paper or whatever. That'd be dope. That'd be dope. Actually, I think that may be a custom, bro, for you right there, man. That may be a custom in the future, like some sort of one off. Man, dude, I tell you that'd be dope. I'm telling you right now, if that happens, you get a collab. You gonna have to I'm gonna stalk you. I'm gonna be like, hey man, I know you get asked by 800 times, but I'm just gonna be like, hey, can we get this in the store somewhere? But other than that,
something that I'm shooting for. I definitely want to collab. I definitely want like a shoe, whether it's like, you know, one that we can kind of like collab on or a colorway or something. But I definitely want that to be. I'm putting that in the air. So yeah.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of people that look at this that are into like a lot of sneaker companies and stuff that work for them. So you guys that are looking, I'm looking at y'all right now. We don't care if it's okay. Let's just say this: if it's, I know a couple guys, my Puma guys, Adidas guys. We don't care. We just want to get an opportunity to say, hey, this is a shoe that I was able to work on, and this is pretty dope. And I think that'd be dope.
I got love for all brands.
Man, yeah, I don't even care, bro. Like you see behind, I got New Balances over there on the ground. Like, look, I wear everything, so it doesn't matter. But one thing I do talk about is video games, man. And like, I'm a gamer. Like, man, when I say I'm a gamer, like, dude, it's all day Xbox and PlayStation. I just bought Final Fantasy. I told you my Final Fantasy story, but are you a gamer?
Not as heavy.
Okay.
I think my gaming realm is sports games.
Okay.
You know, just playing for money in college, and or just playing online. I get into fighting games every now and then. Every now and then, I'll also get into like your God of Wars or your. I haven't been on a Call of Duty in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like since like the third one I haven't.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, a lot of people just it's hard to get into it. Yeah.
So but like when I need to break break the phone, break the monotony, and anything like that. I'm playing Injustice.
Oh yeah.
So I'm doing that, and then I fell off of like sports games. So now that we're in this quarantine, I'm definitely about to go buy 2K20 for like $20. So
Well, let me ask you a question. What system you on PlayStation, right?
PlayStation 4, yeah.
Okay, because I do know on Xbox is free, so I was gonna tell you do not go buy it. It may be free on PlayStation now because I think it's free on Xbox. So
it was like 67% off something last time.
Yeah. So I think this would be pretty dope too for us collabs. So I usually get one answer on this. I think it's probably the best answer, but let's just say if you had a chance to produce a video game soundtrack, I think that's something that a lot of people don't get opportunities to do, and it's very tough. But like, say if you get a handlighting game that you can be the producer, or like even like the editor of the music part of different things like that, adding the soundtrack together. What game would it be? What franchise would it be?
I think certain games for that would kind of like would be challenging, or a challenge for me would probably be like a Rockstar game.
See, there you go. Yeah, GTA. I think, man, GTA, bro, I would love to see you do a GTA game. Like, because you gotta understand on GTA, like, especially now online, they got radio stations. So you can go from like different ones, like a soul station to like hip hop to like country. They got everything on there.
Exactly.
So GTA.
GTA.
Man.
We me and Knife, I helped Knife do the when he did NBA Elite 11 and that got shot. He actually did all the music for like the in-game music for that. So all like the menu music when you went to like certain modes, or season mode, creative player. We did all the music for that, and I replayed everything. But the game never came out. And then he did the song for NBA Live 10. I think that was on with Dwight Howard on the cover.
Yes.
Yes. I did replayed the sample on that. And then I did the NBA Live, I want to say 12. Which one was the one with Kyrie on the cover?
Kyrie. That was let me see. I think that was let me see. Because that was when he was in Cleveland, obviously. But NBA Live Kyrie,
I want to say 12.
Or was it 2K? Oh no, NBA Live 14.
14.
Yeah, 14.
I did the music for the trailer they did for the E3 conference.
Okay.
So
that's dope. That's dope, bro. I think that's just real dope. So other than video games, man, obviously sports reigns supreme for a lot of us, man. And I know you're a big basketball, obviously being a sticker guy. You're definitely a big basketball fan. Can you talk about, obviously, rest in peace to Kobe Bryant, but what was Kobe Bryant's inspiration for you, man? Because obviously being a Jordan head like myself, obviously there's some relationship of like, knowing Kobe and liking Kobe as a player as well. So can you talk about what Kobe Bryant means for you?
I thought I was Kobe growing up.
Yeah.
I thought I was Kobe. Kobe was my nickname in college. It's just one of those things where I emulated everything that man did on the court. I wore number 8, and like he was everything to me, man. Because that was like, other than like I watched Jordan, I was amazed by Jordan, but I wasn't like a Bulls fan. Like I watched their run, but like when players like there's two my two favorite players in this world are Penny Hardaway and Kobe Bryant. So when Penny got hurt, like Kobe was it for me. And just watching him, watching him go through everything, the way he approaches the game, the way he approaches studying the game is the way that, me and Rap are like the biggest Kobe fans in Jamla.
Yeah.
So like the way that he approaches everything is kind of like the way that we approach music. So
that's crazy. That means that's cutthroat there, man. Because like I tell people all the time, like I had a great opportunity of covering Kobe his final years, and man, like I had never seen anybody that intense in my life.
We were at the Drew League championship game. And it was me, Rap, and Knife. Knife left and went to go, I guess, grab food or whatever. Me and Rap was just sitting there. And here comes Kobe, like coming from like another entrance, and everyone, like the whole crowd erupts. So it almost looked like it was like that scene out of the Cosby Show with Denise. They went to that rap concert, and I guess they was like special ed. They ran special ed.
Yeah.
Like, happy birthday. They was just like stuck. That was kind of like, in a sense, me and Rap looking at Kobe from afar. It was just like, it's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, and that's it. You forget, and I tell people all the time, man, just having the chance to be up close and talk to the guy. I forgot. Like I remember, like I never forget, man. This is probably 2010, 2011, right? So I was covering a Mavs game, and man, I was so down because I wanted to interview Kobe so bad. It's like, man, I ain't gonna get a chance to interview Kobe. I remember it was packed at his locker room. I walked out, and I just stood by the locker room. So all of a sudden, I'm looking down, and all of a sudden, this guy says, "Hey," and I looked up, and it's him. And I got scared because I looked around. Me and my friend were right there. Matter of fact, one of the guys on the show with me, he said, "Yo, man, I like your shoes." And I looked down, and I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, I was like, of course, I had to play it cool. I was like, oh, yeah, man, that was Kobe's on. I had to do it for Kobe, And I remember he said, "Man, we use this in the locker room, right? Are you one of the trainers or like, I said, "No, I'm media." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, you didn't want to ask me nothing." I was like, "Bro, I couldn't get to you." He said, "Man, I'll give you 5 minutes right now." Bro, I got it on sound recorder. Like at the time when I was doing those interviews, I was doing more writing than video. So I got a video, like an audio recording of me and Kobe. We just talked sneakers. And I just thought that was insane. And to this day, like, I never will take that for granted. So shout out to Kobe, man. But,
I got a chance to shake his hand and tell him how much I meant to him. That's all that matters to me, man.
Man, that's it. So obviously, last night, since you were able to get the sneakers and you paid attention on both ends, you caught the documentary. So, man, I'm going to tell you the best part of the documentary for me. And I'm going to let you go ahead and talk about this documentary. But that little commercial that ESPN did, where they had Kenny, bro, the Kenny Mayne joint was wild, bro. Like, I had to look, bro, because, like, I thought I was tripping at first. And I was like, bro, they got young Kenny Mayne. They did this with CGI. And it's like, he was talking about like how the world will be now. And it was like, you can see the set was like back in that time. And man, can you talk about the documentary, man? What did you think about the first part of that documentary and series?
So for me, the music was on point.
Oh my God, the LL, Rakim.
Okay, so what killed me was the LL I'm bad. Yeah. I'm thinking to myself as a music head, I'm like, all right, there's no version of this song where it's broken down in pieces like this. So did they get the session of this song for this documentary?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at it like that. And then, the way they placed the music, like the Puffin Mace joint started off was nuts. I think I'm happy that we're really starting to get a Scotty story. Like,
thank you. Yeah.
We don't really hear much about, like Scotty, like his family, where he came from, his upbringing, that growth spurt he had. Like, we don't hear much about that. You read about it when you was young, if you was like into that.
Yeah.
But we never really got that in like a film. Like, the 14-minute rule was nuts. To me, I'm looking at this now like, this would be a crazy scene in the actual biopic. Like him, like him looking over at the bench, somebody Krause, somebody coming down with the timer just to make sure they don't go over in a minute. Like the assistant coach getting yelled at, like if you go over a second, you're getting fired. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Stan Auerbach had to play a lot of it's crazy for Stan Auerbach, the coach at the time, because he had to it's like, do you say no to MJ? Or no? Obviously, he gets fired because they made it clear, like, bro, if he plays a minute over this or a second, you're fired. And it's like, I got to cater to MJ too because he's like the best player in the world.
Yeah. So that right there was like, this is a dope way, like a dope segment of a doc, but this can also be a biopic if they just found the right people to play these roles. But because the story is so impactful, I'm sure they're leaving out a bunch of stuff that that we're just not going to see. But this is enough. Like it's crazy. Wow. It's only 2 parts yet, so that we saw. So yeah.
Yeah, bro. For me, I was telling somebody, bro, I could have stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And bro, because I was already stuck, bro. I literally got stuck because I think the next part of this series is about Dennis. So Dennis kind of is going to be the headliner for this next. So we know where that's going. Like Dennis is Dennis. So I think, man, for me, like you said, because growing up, my mom talked about this the other day on Facebook. She was like, Chris loved Michael Jordan. He had a Michael Jordan poster. He would not let that poster go. But his favorite player may have been Scottie Pippen, because I remember getting all those Pippens and his shoes, the Aero Tempos at the time, and his first joints. I had the red and white ones. I had all kind of different Pippens, silver ones. I just love Scottie Pippen, but I didn't know that it was that crazy. Because I tell people all the time, I just wonder with social media how we will look at certain guys now. Because, like, for guys like you that are out there in the public eye, guys like me that are involved in the public eye, it's so weird now because one little mistake that me and you can make, everybody finds out about it in like 5 seconds. Like you can't, like I can't slip up and do something stupid because everybody's gonna find out about it. Where it's like in the 90s, bro, I had no clue Scottie Pippen was out there, telling Jerry Krause like F you and like I hate you and like
we heard stories about this, but like now that they got this extra footage from that year, hey man, they did not let Krause breathe, bro. On him every chance they got.
Bro, and it's crazy. What do you think about the whole thing with Phil? Where they made it clear. I don't care if you go 82-0, you're not coming back. What do you think about that?
Man, that was just messed up, man. Because like if we look at it now, they probably would have won. They definitely would have won 4 in a row.
Yeah, I just wonder in 2000 what happens when they face.
I think they pull out in that 2000 realm because that's when the league really started changing.
Yeah, I think so too. And I think this is the Kobe. Like, this is the Kobe. Like, we started seeing flashes of Kobe. Like I told everybody, in 1998, there's no chance the Lakers beat them. Obviously, there's no Phil. There's Dale Harris. But like I tell people, 2000, a lot of things changed. You get Shaq that was unstoppable. Like, Shaq was already an unstoppable figure then, but Shaq in 2000, bro, there's nothing like that. Like, I don't think we've ever seen that. And then you get Kobe, who was like 21, bro, and he was going crazy. He was dropping 28 a game in the final. So I agree with you. And like for me, the thing that I hate the most, and look, you always want to see something that you idolize never lose. But I think in a way that we always kind of know, like in history, is like eventually your greatest always lose. Now, of course, Floyd Mayweather, guys of that nature never lost, but like, it would have been cool to see sort of like a passing of the torch. Like, here's MJ giving it to Kobe. Like, yeah, bro, we had our 6 or 7. Here you go. And you're next. We never saw that because it just abruptly ended. I mean, we went from Michael Jordan, and no offense to these guys I'm naming, but we went from Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen to Ben Gordon and like Elton Brand.
That was a drastic turn, right?
Bro, it's like and those are great players, but like, bro, you're telling me imagine being a Bulls fan. Like, the crazy way I explained to people, like I was explaining to my nephew, was like, and you could probably contest this. I grew up in Dallas, Dallas Fort Worth. So obviously the Mavericks have always been my team of choice. But in the 90s, I was a Bulls fan. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing about anybody else.
Right. You had to follow the Bulls. Other than you were a super basketball head and you like collected cards, or like when video games came around, you knew bench player to start in 5 because it's just, you were just a fan of basketball like that. But you knew the Bulls was it. And the Bulls was life back then. They had their arch nemesis, the Knicks, and those other teams, the Lakers and the Pistons and stuff like that. But the Bulls was like the team that you tuned into because of Mike and Pippen.
I think it's dope. And now it's like for guys like us, man. I was on eBay last night, bro. I was looking at shoes that I got, but then it's like shoes I didn't get. I started looking on eBay just to see if I was gonna catch somebody trying to jack the price up, bro. I was like, man, I might have to go on there and start copping a few things because it's gonna get wild in a couple of weeks for us, bro. You know that. Like, it's not gonna be possible. Like, I got a bad feeling they're gonna drop some random Chicago one. And we ain't gonna see it. Like, nah, bro. Like, it's already there. So other than that, man, like, obviously great documentary. You being an NBA fan, man, can you talk about today's NBA, man? Like, who you looking at now? Like, obviously LeBron is still reigning supreme, but we got Kawhi Leonard, even some of the younger guys out there, man. Is there anything that you like about today's NBA?
I love today's NBA. I mean, it's definitely different. It's definitely elevated. Like everything from, just the rules, even like the All-Star rules. Like, this is the best All-Star game we've ever seen.
Bro.
But I like the mixture of like superstars that we have. Whether it's, KD, whether it's Kawhi, whether it's Bron, AD, Harden, Russ, like, and also the young guys like my guy Eric Pascal now at Golden State.
Shout out to Eric Pascal, man. Great story. Definitely should make the NBA All First rookie team.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Like he saw an opportunity, man. Like when everyone went down, he put on the show. Like so, big shout out to him, man. I've been following him since Villanova, and then actually we got cool when he was at EYBL Nike Academy in LA and in Los Angeles. So he's definitely one of those kids, man, that I just gravitated to and like gravitate to his game, and he's just an all around just good person, man.
Yeah.
But also, man, let's see.
So I'm gonna name some players, man. I want you to tell me what you think about them. Let's do that. So let's see. Well, I'm gonna use younger guys. Luka Doncic.
Amazing.
It's crazy, right?
I saw this coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. So I remember prior to the draft, right? So obviously being in Dallas, I had a little more like insight on what was going on with him. But I remember watching a video, and I had a guy that's an overseas guy. Shout out to Raphael, man. He really is like heavy overseas. He kept telling me like, look, bro, I know what you're thinking. Mario is on you. You know, he's still in the league, but he's not what we thought, right? He like there's guys that came along, we're like Dragon Bender. Like, what the hell happened, right? But he was like, bro, when I tell you this boy is different, like I know from my own eyes. Now he showed me a couple of videos. I was like, okay, he's pretty good for an 18, 19-year-old. He said, no, Chris, that's a 16-year-old. I said, what? He was like, yeah, man, he's been playing pro for a long time. He just happens to be really good. I said, so let me get this straight. He's a 16-year-old now? He said, bro, he played against Russ and them one time, and he was a kid. Like, I was like, no way. So, Luka, man, what do you think about Luka?
Luka is amazing. I definitely didn't see this coming. I'm kind of wishing that who picked him first? Was it Atlanta?
So the way it went was this: DeAndre Ayton went first. So the story about that is this: Phoenix got the head coach of Real Madrid.
Okay.
If you know that, which was Luka's coach. So everybody thought, well, you get the coach, you get the player. Nope. So they took Ayton, which obviously Ayton was the bigger product at the time. Nobody could doubt that. But then Sacramento had the second pick. So Sacramento, you would think, yeah, bro, you're gonna have to take Luka. They took Marvin Bagley.
Bagley's my guy,
and I love Bagley. Shout out to Marvin. I love I've interviewed this dude 3 times. I love Marvin. But I just wonder, like, if the draft is redone, how that works. So then Atlanta had the number 3 pick, I believe, or number 4. They had number 3. So Atlanta, obviously, probably looking at demographic, probably thinking like, we can't have Luka in Atlanta, right? It's not going to work. Right. And I'm pretty sure that's what they based it off of. So the Mavericks obviously had interest on Luka, and they did a trade where the Mavericks traded up, and they, obviously Trae Young was going to go fit to the Mavs. And Mavs had to give up the next year's pick, which was Cam Reddish. Right. So, yeah, man, Trae Young. I mean, look, you can't go wrong with Trae Young either. So Trae Young's
either one is dope, but it's just.
Yeah, you can't. It almost. I'm not gonna say Michael Jordan effect because I think Trae is gonna be amazing. I think Trae is gonna be an all-time kind of guy. But boy, it could be a Michael Jordan deal with this. Like, we could look back and say, "Dang, bro, 2 teams could have got Luka and they blew it." Because I won't count Atlanta. Atlanta actually kind of won in this situation because they got Trae. But
I got Luka getting at least 2 MVPs.
Wow. Man, I had him at 1 because I thought like the league is so big. And it's hard to really, like, LeBron could easily have like 4 or 5 more MVPs. Jordan could have win this time too. So yeah, but I'm gonna name a couple more guys. So let's see, Ja Morant.
Oh man, he's a dog, man. Like, the way he just tried to dunk on people is just nuts.
Vicious.
He tried to dunk on Aaron Baines and almost killed himself.
Dog.
Like, he has no fear in him whatsoever, man. I like him. I like him a lot.
Dog. He's a dog. Okay. Let's see. We got Zion. So obviously Zion had all the stuff that, coming in the hype, but I think he's up to the hype, bro. I think he's the real deal.
Look, he just needs to shed a couple more pounds.
It's a wrap.
And it's back to how he was dominating in college. Because he plays the lane, he likes to steal.
Plays defense.
He can rebound. He's making these. these huge 7-foot centers look like kids, man. Like he is out there just doing it. And then also, once that shot gets right, I mean, he's not missing it, but once he gets his form, like a little bit more NBA ready, then, bro, he's gonna be an animal. Definitely.
That's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro, because like I never thought, and it's always how it works. I thought LeBron was the last of this like 6'8", 240, 50, 60 that can run like faster than everybody, bigger than everybody, stronger. But my God, here we go again. And it was crazy. I tell people this all the time. He's not as tall as LeBron, but he's bigger than LeBron, which is crazy. Like LeBron was a freak. I remember watching him on ESPN. He did the between the legs dunk in high school. I was like, man, this can't be right. He ain't playing nobody. And then he got in the league. I was like, yeah, LeBron is a problem. And I think that like we don't.
I wasn't playing nobody in high school like that. Like you saw the competition, but then like once he got to college, I was there when they played. Who was it? I want to say it was Clemson.
Yeah.
And he got the fast break and did like the 360. And he was
yeah. And he floated in the air. Yeah. I was like, okay.
I was like, this is nuts.
This is like Larry Johnson on steroids. That's what I thought. I was like, this is Larry Johnson with LeBron speed. And it's crazy. And it's crazy. So outside of that, man, so let's do this, man. So you already know about this, man. I played this game called Got Bars. Okay. You already know about it. Shout out to T Hall. Shout out to the family over at Don's Dogs and Got Bars. So we're going to have some fun here. So I'm not going to do the trivia side. I'm going to do the action cards with you. So we're going to have some fun here. So outside of that, man, like I said, before we get out of here, I definitely want you to tell everybody where they can find you. And so we'll do that last, but let's get this going, man. So we got Got Bars trivia. Okay. So let's do this. I'm trying to mix the cards up, but we're going to start off strong here. All right, first one. Name the most lyrical rapper ever.
Most lyrical rapper ever. Wow.
Yeah, I'm starting out strong on that one.
Ever.
And what I do is this, so it makes it a lot easier because then a lot of times you just start thinking. So a lot of people do this. They like to name 3 guys, and that's the 3 guys I usually get. Obviously, Nas comes to mind. Surprisingly, I had one person. One person said Royce the 5'9", and I think Royce is great.
I'm going Black Thought.
There you go. I've never heard that. Thank you. I've never heard that. Shout out to Philly's own man, Black. Yeah, we know. Black Thought. I'm glad you said that. You are the first person that's out of 1,000,000 times I've said that. I've had people in his own city never mention him. I don't understand it. Shout out to Black Thought, man. All right. Ooh, so we're gonna come out with some more heavy hitters. Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Wow. I don't disagree either. People get mad at me when I say that. I don't disagree. I get it. But if you ask me about rap, I'm gonna go Biggie.
Yeah.
Nothing involved in it.
So LA homies, but
yeah. So obviously, Biggie being an East Coast rapper, who is the greatest East Coast rapper of all time?
Of all time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. We have a follow-up question with that coming soon as well. So, name the best rapper from the Midwest. So, I'm gonna give you some names because the Midwest is it's weird how people do geographically. They do this. So, Midwest, you're gonna have Chicago boys, obviously, Common, Kanye, those guys, and then you get in Cleveland. Depending on how you feel about individually, some of the Bone guys, and then you got Twister's a Midwest guy, I believe. St. Louis, I guess they consider that the Midwest, so Nelly's a part of the Midwest. I don't know. Do you have a particular Midwest guy you think is the best rapper ever?
I'm just gonna play it safe and go Common.
There you go. All right. I'm gonna say this one for last because this is gonna be a good one. All right. So name the best rap group ever.
All right. So we're not doing duo, right? Because
okay, so everybody does this because I know your answer then. So I'm gonna say you can if you're gonna do the duo, I think I know your answer on the duo, right? It's Outkast?
Yeah, it'll be
okay. Okay, so if we're gonna exclude the duos, who would be your best rap group ever?
Wu-Tang.
Okay. Shout out to Wu-Tang. Crazy story, man. My barber I got a call one day and I was on my way to the shop and Jizza and a couple of guys were in the barber chair, and I never would have thought that. I tried to get in that barbershop so fast, man. They couldn't catch me. Okay, we got a South question here.
Okay.
Gucci Mane or Jeezy?
I'm going Jeezy on that. That's
Okay.
what I say too.
Okay.
That's some of my college like upbringing right there. Like when Thug Motivation like 101 came out, yeah, that was a different time. That was a
very different time. Yeah, even the way we dressed. I was looking at some pictures the other day. I was like, Jesus. So obviously you talked about Columbia House and being able to buy the 10 records for 1 cent basically. What was your first hip hop album purchase?
First hip purchase would be.
And it could be your family bought it for you. You ain't gotta say you walked in the store, but what was your first album that you wanted that maybe somebody got for you or you got yourself?
Busta Rhymes Coming.
Bro, you know, it's so crazy. I tell people all the time, the first time I purchased, and it was because I don't know why. It's crazy now I think about it, but I bought Domino's album. You remember Domino?
Just buying albums back then. Like,
yeah, we were buying albums, bro. Like, we were buying tapes. I remember I bought the tape, then I bought the CD, and I didn't know what to do. I didn't even have a CD player, bro. So I was like,
and I laugh at this like now, but I bought the Tales from the Hood soundtrack. Like,
bro, shout out to the Tales of the Hood. The other day, I saw that, bro, in that one episode with the little dolls, the nigglets, they call them, right? yeah.
He's buying soundtracks back then. That's when soundtracks was dope too. So,
by the way, my favorite sound. I don't know. Is that your favorite soundtrack ever?
No.
I would say one of my most. I won't say my favorite, but the most underrated soundtrack ever. I think it was Batman Forever or Batman Returns, because of the mixture. I remember Bone did a song on one of them, and then they had like Seal. They did a bunch of music. They won a lot of awards for that album, that soundtrack too.
My favorite one would probably be the Above the Rim soundtrack.
Oh yeah, then yeah, we count that way. Then yeah, Above the Rim, Belly.
New Jersey Drive is in there.
Yeah, Belly is on there. I would say the First Friday soundtrack is not bad either.
The Backstage documentary soundtrack was dope.
I got one for you. I don't know if you remember, but it's not so much of a big movie, but that doc series they did for the show on Def Jam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to that greatness. All right, so that's good.
Solo dope soundtrack too.
Yes. Somebody actually said that. I forgot who told me that. Somebody said that on one of the interviews. That was crazy. All right. So here's another one. Out of these three, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, or Drake?
Kendrick Lamar.
Okay. Like that. Okay. Not naming Jay, because I always have to put that in as the disclaimer. Who's the current king of hip hop?
Current king of hip hop. That's tough. I mean, I really can't say Drake because his range is like
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
It's like the singer, is he a rapper? Like I can't say Drake.
The dude just made a dance song, and yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going with the sleeping bear right now, which would be Kendrick, man. Like,
okay.
Like we're just waiting. Like,
yeah, they finally spotted him outside at some sneaker store. I forgot what it was. They finally spotted him outside. So yeah, it's about that time.
It's like one of those people is just like, I don't care how long we wait. Just like he's almost like in that D'Angelo realm. Like D'Angelo was gone like forever. But as soon as he put out Vanguard,
dude, D'Angelo is another one of the artists I would love to see you work with. By the way, different. D'Angelo's different, bro. Yeah,
totally different.
All right, so one must go between these four: Drake, Meek Mill, J. Cole, or Big Sean.
I'm going Big Sean.
Okay.
I'm thinking of what we lose in that. So
yeah, because that's tough. I told somebody if you'd asked this about a couple of years ago, when Big Sean was really like in it, like I think it would have been crazy. All right, one must go again, and he's a new artist: 21 Savage, Lil Uzi Vert, Kodak Black, a Lil Baby.
You said one must go.
Yes.
Say those again.
21 Savage, Uzi Vert, Kodak Black, a Lil Baby.
Kodak Black.
Okay, we got three more. Jay-Z or Nas? I think I know your answer here.
Jay.
Okay, that's easy. Yeah, yeah. You know what's crazy, bro? I had to go back and look at a couple things. So I remember when Ether and Takeover dropped, bro. I felt some kind of way. Like I thought Nas had won the battle, boy. But was I wrong? Now that I'm more mature to listen to the music, Jay went another level. I thought Nas went another level, but Jay went another level. Privately, nobody said nothing. So yeah, shout out to Jay. So obviously, yeah, Jay is different. Jay is a different animal. All right. So speaking of Jay, I want you to rank these albums, and these are just these are 5 albums. Where obviously it may not be your favorite albums. I think obviously one of them has to probably end up be, but we're gonna rank these in order. So we have 444, which is the last solo project. His first project, which is Reasonable Doubt. We have the Blueprint, the first one. We have Volume 3, and then we have the Black Album. If you can rank those in order, which is number one? Let's just do that. Which is number one?
Number one for me would be Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, everybody has a different song that they like on Reasonable. What's your favorite song on Reasonable Doubt, if you had one?
Cashmere Thoughts.
Okay, I would say for me, Bring It On. I don't know what it is about.
Yeah, certain beats that just gravitate to you, man.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I think it's just that's a crazy album. 22's Twos. I was listening the other day. I was just like, oh yeah. All right, so between those three, which one would you consider the worst if you had to? And obviously, Jay-Z doesn't really miss, but if there was a worst out of the 5, what would it be? So we had 444, Blueprint, Volume 3, and the Black Album.
Wait a minute. Let me see.
I'm gonna say this. If I had to pick, I would say because I know how Jay's music works. We won't like it until we won't appreciate this until like years from now. Even though I think 444 is amazing because I know what the Black Album is like.
Wait, in my lifetime,
I had it was 444, the Blueprint, Volume 3, and the Black Album.
That's Dark Carter. That's that Volume 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last
one. Okay.
That's the last
one. Okay. All right, so the last one. This is gonna be good here.
Oh no. Wait. Nah, we going 444 is the last one because
okay. I was gonna say like because you don't know, like we gotta wait until we get like when I get my 40s, that's when I'm probably gonna be like, yeah.
Volume 3 got So Ghetto on there. It starts off with So Ghetto. So yeah, we can't take that. That can't be last.
You know what? I think I've only had one person say ever, and this is crazy. And this person swears in there, they're a Jay-Z fan. He does not. He thinks Reasonable Doubt is last. He just. I'll tell you off air. It's crazy. I won't. I haven't even posted this one because I'm still editing that one. But yeah, he swears up and down. I'm like, okay, all right. So this is gonna be fun here. This is the last one. Sure. So I want you to name the best female rapper ever to rap. Yeah. It's okay. Hey, I got caught, bro, on one. So
do I have to say it?
Hey, I don't know what you're thinking. You may flip on us, man. Hey, who you got?
Rhapsody is literally like for me, and someone that just studies, or just been in this game and and everything. Like she's incredible. Like knowing where I've seen her come from, where I see her going. Yeah, man, her growth, like in that span of years that I've been knowing rap is ridiculous, and her pen is nuts. Like she amazes us every day. So this is now like it's for us. This is like the equivalent of being in practice with like MJ and Kobe or something like that, in a sense of when we listen to songs because she records at home, so when she brings like songs into the studio to either like record there or like play out loud, we're sitting there like, yo, what is wrong with you? Like it's just one of those things.
Are you okay? Yeah. It passes out. I would say for me, what I like most about her, and it's just she reminds me of and I remember I was telling T Hall this. I said, where there's like Dana Owens, we know who Dana is. Where there's like Jean Grey, it's like all of them All those female MCs, MC like she's like all of them. It's like they morphed into one person.
Right.
And what I like about her the most is just she probably doesn't hear this a lot, but her delivery, the way she starts off, it's just like she's there. A lot of female rappers, a lot of rappers in general, they don't really kind of avoid. It doesn't really start off, but she starts off strong.
Yeah, she's coming from like off gate. Like
she's coming with it. Like when it's her time to go. It's like I would be pretty upset if I got on the song with her and I had to go first. That's how I would say it. Like I would have to, because she's gonna start off and it's just I got to give her that. Like I was telling somebody, the voice, everything about her, like the way she raps, like the way she could put words together. Like I just had never, like, look, I thought MC Light, I thought Jean Grey, like you would have never told me about. I'll be real with you. If you'd have told me 6 years ago, Jean Grey, there would be a rapper that can rap like Jean Grey and be better. To me personally, I would have laughed. I swear, I think there's one of these pods somewhere I said that. Well, I was wrong about that. And then, like, when I heard the album, it's crazy. My wife, she doesn't really listen to a lot of rap, but she listens to rap. Like, she started listening to rap, and one day I was like, she started listening. She was like, this girl's amazing. And I was like, yeah. And I started bragging on, saying, yeah, I know a couple of guys that, did a couple things with her. I ain't want to brag like that. I was talking about y'all, but, man, it's crazy for my wife to get full attention. I tell you, that's for strictly R&B that she listens to. That's crazy.
Too is like she does this for women, like she does this for the generations that are up next, so her music is really for them. So, but she gives it in the delivery where all of us can love it and respect it as like being fans of MCs.
Yeah. Because I don't even call her a female rapper. She's just an MC. Yeah. And then they like, if I had to put MCs together, I would say she's an MC. Like a lot of times we try to put the two to separate them. Like, yeah, female MC. Nah, she's an MC, bro. I know right now she can get in a circle full of guys and destroy a lot of guys that we probably think that are like immortal. So yeah, man. Shout out to Rhapsody, man. So had a couple of fan questions real quick, man. So one fan question I want to ask, and this is from Chad on YouTube. He wants to know what's your favorite beat that you ever made? Is there a particular beat that you got done with it? You were like, oh yeah, this is it.
The SLD Quiet Storm is definitely one of those that when I made it, I was like, okay, definitely. There's a beat that I did on That's Our Volume 1 called Inception. That's one of my favorite ones. I made that. I made that at like my 9 to 5. Like
wow.
Like on my lunch break. I work for a tech company over called Citrix. So and I do like data cloud. I'm a data cloud technician. So yeah, I'm a nerd, bro. So like I go to the cafeteria, like grabbing like some food, and like if I got time or if I feel like it, I pull out my laptop and my little MIDI controller. And literally, I did that outside on just like the patio area at my job. And then when I like sent it to like Knife and like Cash, it was like, "What are you doing? Like, what was you thinking? What was you doing?"
Yeah,
I was eating lunch. Like, it's just like, so yeah, man. Like, that's definitely one. So SLD, Inception, and then I believe. It's one I did a while back on my project Music Never Stops, the Cheers flip that I did.
Yeah.
My favorite ones too.
Yeah, I had to ask Twan. I said, what's wrong with E. Jones? When I heard Quiet Storm, I said, is he okay? Is it? Because look, man, there's beats and then there's just like what I call like orchestra. Like I had never, because first off, you went with the whole Samuel L. Jackson, the movie thing, kind of in the intro. And I was like, all right, I know what's going on here. Like, dude, I went to go hunt that down. I think I was on your IG live. I was like, bro, I remember going on Spice Adams, like, because obviously, like, Spice Adams was the guy that kind of like, he went to another level. People didn't know. Like, it's crazy that you probably woke up one day and was like, what the hell? Like, bro, when I heard it, I hit up Tawan. And Tawan already had the answer. He was like, I was like, who did this? Who did this? I kept asking, where can I find this? He says, dude named E. Jones, bro. Yeah, he listened to him. After that, I started going back. I was like, okay, all right, it's something wrong with this dude, man. There's something wrong with this dude. Because I was like, he's possessed. Like anybody that can do that, they're possessed. Especially for you're able to make beat tapes, and I'm gonna tell you this as a fan. When you're able to make beat tapes and make people listen to them, it's very hard to do that.
Oh yeah,
it's very hard to do that. Like I can literally, I wish there was a way somebody would like do a documentary where I'm going to the stadium. I can listen to Deadstock 3 and I'll be like chilling, bro. Deadstock 1 be like, yeah, bro, I can listen to it all the way. I don't need lyrics. I don't even need lyrics. Like, and I think that's something that is telling a story. Like,
oh yeah, definitely.
Your beat telling a story. So I'm gonna say that salute to you, man. So other than that, I don't know what this means. Maybe from your engineering side or different producer. So he wants to know what DAW are you working off of?
I mean, it'll just be Pro Tools when I need to mix stuff, but I use Reason, Propeller Head Reason. Well, they're now Reason Studios, but I use Reason. That's my choice of like just beat making like that. So yeah.
All right, man.
I've been using that since I started off on an MPC and then Fruity Loops, and then I started off on Reason 2.5. Wow. And with them since I'm now endorsed by them. So yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. All right, man. So before we get out of here, what I need you to do, obviously, I want you to. I'm gonna close this down after you get through shouting out all your stuff that we need to know how to follow you. But I need you to tell everybody where they can find you. Obviously websites, anything that you got, man. I need you to plug that in now.
Okay. Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram, ejones_music for both. It's just eJones on Facebook. I always just go to jamla.com, jamlarecords.com. But mainly you will catch me on either just IG or Twitter.
Yeah, man. So also all my sneaker plugs. I'm just letting y'all know. I got a lot of them people out there. So just let you know my guy is around the same size as me. So just letting y'all know when there's something out there, y'all hit me up and I'll be like, I don't need it. Just hit my guy up in the DM. Just say, hey, man, see Hendo send me. He will see it. Trust me.
I greatly appreciate it. 10.5.
Yeah, he's a 10.5. So all my guys out there, I'm going to make sure that we're going to get up. What we're going to do probably another week from now, I'm going to I need you to put a list together of shoes that you're looking for. And I'm going to go through all my resources and we're going to get them. We're going to find them one by one. We're going to make sure.
List of 10 favorite like songs or whatever. I think you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's do that then. Let's do that because I didn't know if you wanted to do that now. So let's get that.
I kind of mix this up just off of like old and new because favorite songs is that list can go on forever.
Yeah.
It starts off, and I didn't add this as an actual song, but it does start off with the Outkast ATLiens intro, the You May Die joint.
Okay.
So it starts off with that. No particular order. JLEC Exhibit C. Kendrick Lamar, How Much a Dollar Costs.
Okay.
Tribe, Electric Relaxation.
Oh, man.
Rick Ross, Game Ain't Based Off Sympathy. I just love that beat.
Okay.
Benny the Butcher, Sunday School. I play that often.
Okay.
Busta, Enjoy the Ride off the Anarchy album.
Okay.
Allure, Jay. Pullman, Green, Kendrick, Section 80. Khadijah, No Worries, Knowledge, and Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
Kendrick, Mortal Man.
So, man, at least look in my top 5, Electric Relaxation, for many reasons, even just the song and the video and the Wayans Brothers thing. That, yeah, rest in peace, Fight Dog, one of my favorite guys I used to talk to all the time, and he's a big basketball guy. Shout out to Fight Dog.
That's Lakers homie, man. That when he came to Bright Lady one time, man, we just sat there, just talked for like hours, just about our terrible Jets and what we need to do for the Lakers to get back to to glory. But yeah, man, I miss Fight a lot.
Man, yeah, shout out to Fight Dog, and man, you named that song is definitely. I would say for me, if I had because it's hard for me because every week I change, but if I had to go on top of the head, Electric Relaxation, and it sounds crazy because all these beats kind of tie in together some sort of way, but the sound of them. But man, the other day I've been really crazy about Paris Tokyo by Lupe.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, it
definitely has that same vibe as Electric. Like,
yeah, I've been on that. I'm gonna go non-hip hop, I'm gonna say Sooner or Later by NERD.
Okay.
I just love the fact that I don't know,
crazy record.
bro. I've asked people a million times. From when I was told, it's not a sample. I just want to know how they made the beat. That's all I want to know. What were they thinking about? Because there's a whole bunch of extra stuff in that. And yeah, crazy song. Crazy, one of my favorite songs I've ever heard in my life.
That's crazy. Seeing Sounds, right? I See Sounds.
Oh my God. Top 10 album. If you want to ask album, that's in my top 10 all time.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good. During that time, that was that whole album, because like even just some of the visual stuff, but like that album, there's a few songs of that album like just go crazy for me. So yeah, that man. So St. Relaxation that. I am a big Bone Thugs and Harmony fan, right? So one song that I do love by them that may not be on any one of their albums, which is not on any of their albums, but on the show soundtrack, Everyday Thing. If you listen to Check Me Out by Nipsey, that beat is actually the beat from that. I think Quick may have done that beat, if I'm not mistaken. That was a rare DJ Quick, no DJ Unique song, if you want to say that. So I love that song. Number 5. If I had to just think off the head, because I know this is probably way out, but number 5, man, I'm a huge Anita Baker fan, so I'm gonna go Angel.
Okay.
Yeah, because I just think that like
one of my favorites too. Yeah.
Anita's different. And if I had to pick a random, like a pure random, obviously I said like Jamiroquai. So all right by Jamiroquai. I love Jamiroquai. I like what they do. It's crazy because one person is kind of known as the group, obviously the singer JK. But I love Jamiroquai. Like I just
Virtual Insanity was definitely my joint. He had another joint too. Then.
Probably All Right. You probably think about All Right because that's probably
right.
like yeah.
It's an upbeat joint, right?
Yeah. Kind of like the jazz song. Yeah. Upbeat song. Yeah. So All Right. It was crazy. I actually had a chance. I met JK. I didn't realize it was him. It was a random Mavericks game.
One of those people I wouldn't recognize.
You wouldn't because every time you saw him, he had the crazy hats on. Yeah. So it's kind of like I was sitting there and I remember one guy was like, "Hey, bro, that dude you be talking about, I think that's him." And I'm like, "Oh." And he was like, "Jameer." I was like, "No, it's not." So I just walked up gradually and was like, "Hey, I'm not for sure, but I think you may be JK from Jamiroquai." He's like, "Yeah." And he had an accent. I was like, "Really?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, "No." I was like, "Bro, no way." I was like, I started naming songs. He was just like, "Man, you really are a fan of him." I was like, "Dude, I remember being a kid when that Virtual Insanity dropped. That video was amazing, bro. The treadmills and shit." Yeah. And I will say this, a sleeper song that a lot of people don't listen to, and I mentioned it earlier, but Busta had a song on the company called Still Shining. That was a J Dilla produced song. Mm-hmm. I love that song. Because like I'm a big fan of Dilla too. So like Slum Village, like Climax is one of my favorite. Like if you want to talk about like making a song for the ladies, kind of hip hop song, Climax is probably in my top 5 all time.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, Climax. Like like J Dilla is another one of those like aliens to me. So like J Dilla did that. Anything that Slum Village did, because that whole album, Trinity Volume 1, I believe, just that whole album, because that song Players. If you go look at Climax video, I love that song. So yeah, like I love music, bro. Like it's crazy how much like people be like sitting there like, "Dang, bro, you really like me?" I'm like, I love music.
Man, I found that volume. What was it? Volume 2. I found volume 2 in
Fantastic Volume 2. Yeah,
I found that in a white skateboard like shop.
Oh wow!
They sold, like skateboards and they sold like records and like I just found it like, oh man, I've been glued since.
Yeah, it's just he's different. Like I just remember like I said, the beat tape thing is sort of unique for me because like I won't listen to a lot of beat tapes. Even if you put my favorite songs, you put them on beat, I wouldn't listen to them like that. But when you have a beat tape, it has to be some sort of
there's a science to it. Yeah.
Like you actually put thought into like giving us an intro before the song.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing, like I said, is just crazy. I like how you do that and you incorporate it with the music. So it's not like just straight beat. So
right.
It's something I can.
It's not like 2-3 minutes either. I know.
Yeah.
Like man, it should have been longer. It's like I can't give y'all like a 3-minute beat. Like,
you give us the appetizer. You give us the appetizer. It's like, hey, this is good enough, and it's like you can loop it. So yeah, like that, man. There's just so many.
That you since we like off on a tangent because I did like hip hop, but A song that I like a lot, man. That was it, the Remy Shan Take a Message from My Love joint.
Okay.
Joint.
Okay. I'm gonna tell you another I'm gonna tell you another, like, I went back and listened to their joints now, and this is, I forgot who I was talking to. I was talking to I think this may have been Katie, and I remember we were talking about the whole Bay Area thing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, listen to like Souls of Mischief.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I didn't realize one day, I guess because like he likes sports, but one of the guys from Souls of Mischief, like Tajay, he's actually on Twitter, and like we follow each other. And I just remember like I tweeted the song out like 93. Like 93 until Infinity is always gonna be like, we don't even realize that's a 30-year, that's an old song, if you think about it. But like just the fact that song is like, it's a timeless song.
It's a timeless song.
Like them, Far Side, you know, just different stuff. Like I love music, so like being from the South, people get shocked when I say like I listen to South music, but like for me, I really got, because my sister was so big in the Tribe. Like Tribe, I remember like, bro, when I first heard Tribe, I thought I never heard anything like that. Right. Like my 3 favorite Tribe songs, obviously Let You Relaxation, but another song I love is Find a Way. Mm-hmm. Find a Way is just, yeah, bro. Like matter of fact, Paris Tokyo. That's that. Like you put the beats like next to each other. Is that I can't, like a third one, like it would be hard for me, but like that's tough for me because like there's so many Tribe songs. But those two, I mean, like look, I never heard a person say Let Your Relaxation wasn't their favorite. Like growing up,
War Tour.
War Tour's up there. War Tour's up there. I think if I was in a mood to listen to War Tour, like I had to be in a mood, like a real crazy
party joint.
Yeah, I would say that we got the Jazz, obviously. Just different things. Says, Can I Kick It? Just depends on how you feel. Like, and I know Jay kind of did the little Can I Kick It thing, which kind of, we laugh about it now, but like, yeah, I still love I Can I Kick It. But yeah, man, like I'm with you, man. Like I just like the fact that music, because like music and sports for me kind of tying together, and just there's always some kind of soundtrack to life. Like what they did on that soundtrack, I would have loved to see what you could do. We need to probably find LeBron. Say, hey man, about like a few more years. I know when you retire, about 10 years from now, we need to get E. Jones and to start working on the soundtrack for LeBron's like documentary. Because I would love to see what you would cook up for like his first part, like his high school.
That's something that I like to do now. Is just like I want to get into more of like the scoring like movies and documentaries and stuff. We just did, the Soul Council just did one for the first black road team and a black road team in Chicago, from the South Side of Chicago. Okay. And the documentary is called Most Beautiful Thing. So it's executive produced by Grant Hill, Common, Dwayne Wade, and Knife. So it was supposed to be out now, and it was supposed to be screening it at South by Southwest when everything shut down. So now it's supposed to be released in June sometime. But yeah, we did the music for the whole, like Jamla producers and artists did all the music for the documentary.
Man, that's dope, bro. See what I tell y'all, like the fans now, they like, man, we need to hear this, and I love this, man. So like all my people in here right now, this is E. Jones, of course. So like, man, y'all definitely get this guy a follow. Like all my sneakerheads that are here, I know it's a lot of y'all right now. My guys are 10.5. Y'all know, as obviously listening to this, y'all just take care of my guy, man. Like, look, I try to make sure I look out for my guys, and then like obviously I miss a lot of stuff because last night I missed one. And I never miss shock drops, which is the most random thing ever. But
I'm not good with those. The only one I got was
I caught the Justin Timberlake one when they did it in the Super Bowl that year. I caught that. Like I was randomly on there, and I said, you know what? Let me get on. I got it. Bro, last night I sat there and I said, I don't believe it's going to happen. Bro, I looked at my phone 2 hours later. I just saw sneakers out. And you know what's crazy? So I'm going to introduce you to him as well. So I know the guy who actually is the founder and the guy who runs J23 app.
Word.
I know him. You know what's crazy? I was at a Mavs game. I'm sitting there minding my own business. So the guy, T, T was like, hey, man, you know what that is? I was like, no. He's like, this is J23. I was like, what? I was like, J23, like the app? He's like, yeah. I said, he's in Dallas? I'm thinking this dude's like a New York guy or something like that. Right. Bro, me and him talked for hours. And I was like, he tweets out a couple of my videos every so often, which is dope. And like, he has a big following. So I'm going to have to connect you with him. Because you see, He knows,
The
bro.
guy,
Like I told him, I said, you're like a celebrity. He don't even treat himself like, he's just like, whatever. I'm like, bro, you don't realize how many people follow you.
You save lives, sir.
Yeah. You like, I really like. I said, dude, they need to like Jordan Brand needs to pay you because like every time you like release something, like say something, I make sure. Like right now, I know I'm never gonna get those 420 SBs, those dunks, but boy, oh man. I've been on the hunt. So
I'm not even a dunk fan like that, but the SBs that I want is the Ben and Jerry joints that's coming out.
oh yeah, they look crazy, right?
I like those. Yeah, I do like that how crazy they look.
Yeah, the cat, they got the cow stuff on there, man. Yeah, we may. I mean, you may be in luck on that. So I'll keep you tuned in on that one. You may be in luck. We're not gonna give out the secrets. Like, you had the secret plug. There's people out there that don't know about the secret plug. Like, people think that people do not know about. Shout out to the secret plug. You know who you are.
Hey man,
you my guy. You our guy. Yeah, that's our guy. But like, I got a secret plug. Like when I have to get it, and I hope they get it. He is the guy, and usually I never fail. And it's like it's so random because when I hit up guys, like when I hit you up, I was like, "Look, man, you want the Air Max?" He was like, "What?" I was like,
"Yeah," because I have people like in those offices and stuff like that, but I don't get boxes or anything like that. So like when I get like a plug where it's consistent, that's the greatest thing. That's all I need, really.
It's that's my guy.
It's just one of those things where it's just like I just need to know there's an opportunity to grab them. That's all.
Yeah, no, that's my guy. Like he keeps me in the loop, and I'm like, hey, look, I go to the store a lot, so like I see him, and he'll be like, hey man, just let they come in, they already here. I'm like, oh okay, and we got the golden rule, the golden rules. So, so like that's the second thing. But other than that, like because when I hit you up, I was like, I think he may want these. Let me ask him, and like. It was so random, and he was like, "Cool," but yeah, man. Like I said, I appreciate you coming on, man. Like everybody, I see people are already going to your thing. I see people in the comments are telling me that they're going to your work, man. But y'all support this guy. Go on iTunes. It's one thing to download the music, but also purchase the music. Let me know if you purchase the music. We would definitely appreciate that. I did put his iTunes links and everything in the YouTube, so y'all go to iTunes. Check out my man's music. It's all there. Let me know what your favorite song is. Let him know on social media that you saw it. Other than that, man, like we're going to shut this down. Stay in here after I shut it down. But everybody, I appreciate y'all checking us out, man. We're going to be back.
Everybody.
One of these days we're going to get like the best of both worlds. I'm going to get a lot of NBA guys and a lot of music guys together. We're going to have a big like house party or something like that. So we're going to get together, man. But we appreciate y'all, and we out.